Hey guys, I probably just showed you probably about a 7-minute little video clip of when I tried to create this page. So I'm going to try and create another page using the same techniques and just playing like I did with this one, just because it was fun and I feel like it, and so that maybe you can see the process in a better light, because I messed up the video. So I'm just going to go ahead and start from scratch with using a couple colors and some gesso and just playing and seeing what I get. So before I get started though, I thought I'd give you a close-up of the page that I messed up and you weren't able to see all of it. I really enjoyed this page. It was very relaxing, very fun, and I need to do that today because I've had a few stressful days and I just want to play and relax and enjoy what I'm doing and do some art. I haven't been able to do art for a few days, so I don't know. Just want to play. So I hope you enjoy the process. I'm going to probably talk to you. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my blank page and I'm going to use gesso on it to cover it. And the gesso I use is Liquitex gesso. This is what it looks like. And it's a surface prep medium. And the reason I use it for this is because I'm going to use paint on these pages. And this is a mixed media Canson 7 by 10 inch 98 pound paper. And it will take mediums like it'll take paint, it'll take water and all that really well. But the paint just works better on these pages for me if I use gesso first as a prep to surface on my surface. And you can use white paint if you want to, or you can just take a color of paint that you don't like or that you maybe have a lot of and you want to use that as your prep on your surface and then work from there. But because I have it, I'm going to go ahead and use the gesso. So I'm just going to put some out on the paper and then just kind of get it on most of the paper. I think it'll probably cover every bit of it, but if it doesn't, it'll just be a part of the paper where the paint maybe absorbs a little differently and shows a little differently, and that's okay. I think I put too much gesso out, so we're gonna have plenty to cover this. Got a little gesso happy there. Oh well. I think what I need to do is put it in another book because there's way too much here. You don't need that much. So let's just go ahead and make a couple of bloppy white looking things that maybe turn into flowers later or something. This is just a paint book I keep near me in case you're new and don't know and haven't seen it. It's just full of leftover paints and scribbles and things that I don't need. And I've got it on this thing. Let's go ahead and get it off of here. Okay. So, and it's just full of just stuff. I'm going to be making pages out of this. So I'm going to dry this real quick and then I will come back and tell you the next step. The next thing I'm going to do is I took out 3 colors to play with. I'm going to keep it to 3 colors to start, and I hope that that's in frame enough. And the colors I picked are Ceram Coat by Delta, and this one is called Pink, Rose Pink. And this one is Americana, and it is called Melon. And this one is Americana, and it is called Sea Breeze. So I'm going to start with the pink probably. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put out some color on my paper. And I'll put some of the melon on too. And I'm just going to sloppily paint it on the page. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do next. And I don't have to cover the entire page, but you know, if I do, I do. And I'm not cleaning my brush in between paints because the colors are so close. I don't think it'll matter. And Bailey's over there snoring for us. I don't know if you can hear her yet. She's snoring subtly, very quietly. I just saved a moth. Poor little guy. He was in my bathroom, and I didn't notice him. He was in the windowsill where the glass block is, and I took my shower after my bike ride, and I noticed this little thing moving around, and I thought, oh great. He was on his back. He couldn't use his wings because he was soaked, and I don't know if that happened with my shower or my husband's shower before he left this morning. And so I spent half my shower trying to rescue him. I finally got him turned over and out on the bath mat. And then I got out of the shower dripping wet, and I got a piece of toilet paper and I scooped him up, got him on the toilet paper so he could be on something dry, took him to my sliding glass doors out back, and I opened the door and I put the paper down in the shade, and then I shut the door on the toilet paper so it wouldn't blow away with him on it, and let him sit to sun himself. So then I went back and I took the rest of my shower, and when I got through I came and checked on him, and I'm gonna pull out another pink just for fun. It's probably gonna be very unnoticeable, but this one's called Poodle Skirt Pink, and I've got very little in here, so hopefully it'll come out. But when I went back to check on him, he was still sitting on the napkin, so I just left him alone, and I got my protein drink made up because I just got through riding and I needed something to help me start recovering from the ride. And then I went back over and checked on him again. He's still sitting there, so I left him alone a little while longer, and finally I went over there and I was looking at him, and he was still sitting there, so I opened the door and I gently moved the toilet paper, and he fluttered away. And I was like, oh, thank goodness, all that hard work to get him outside, and he survived. So whatever happens now, it's on him. I did my duty. But you know, you want to feel good, you want to make yourself feel better if you're having a hard day, or you want to feel good about yourself, or just improve your mood or whatever. Do something nice for something or someone, you know. That little moth would have died in the windowsill on his back, struggling to get up. And, you know, take the time, just do a little something nice, say something kind to someone, rather than point out the flaws or the faults or something you don't like about something. Find something you do like about it. Even if you don't like all of what you're looking at, there's something pretty about it, something nice. So, I've got my paint looking thing going on here, and I'm just kind of feeling like I want to bring in some orange, and it's not really something I'd planned to do, so I don't have it out. I'm looking for something that I like. This one here, this one's a bright orange by Americana. I'm going to use it, and I'm just going to put a little bit out. We're not going to be formal about this, and I'm going to put my end of my brush in. I'm just going to make lines, kind of like I did on the other journal page that I did that y'all didn't get to see the whole process because I just got myself turned around and I didn't have the camera on when it was supposed to be on, and it was off when it was supposed to be on, blah, 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 blah. So, anyway, here goes Bailey making her little snorty sounds. And I'm just taking my brush and just making different shapes, you know, something that doesn't make any sense. Just put my brush down, okay? And you may not see this when I'm done. You may not see any of this. You know, it might just disappear. So I'm going to get this off my brush in my book, which is still gloppy with this stuff. So I'll just go ahead and use this here. Even though I didn't want to put it on this page, I'll just put it here. Okay. And I'm going to dry this, and I'll be back. I'm going to take my Sea Breeze color now. I don't have a plan here, so who knows what's going to happen. And I just feel like, oh well, I'm just going to put 3, I like 3s or odd numbers, so I'm just going to put 3 glops up here. And I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just going to kind of blot it. You know, maybe there'll be flowers. I love making flowers, so maybe we'll just turn these into flowers, but we're just blotting. Okay, I like that just fine. And I'll take the rest of it on my brush here and we'll just put it down on the book down here. Just to have it in a couple other places. Got it up here, here, and here. And again, you might not see this. I don't know until I get done. I have no clue. So I think we need more color, and I'm sort of starting to get a little idea of something I want to do. I'll show you close up. Very blotchy, blobby. What I want to do is dry this, and then I think I want to put a vase in here. I hadn't planned to do a vase, but we're going to try that. So let me dry this and I'll come back. Okay, while this finishes drying, I want to decide what kind of vase I want. And while I was drying, I was sitting here, my chin in my hand, and I was just drying. And I thought, oh, I've got those tags from the Junk Your Stuff tag series we're doing, which we will do more. There's going to be more parts to that, but I just didn't feel like doing that this week. But I have these sitting here, and I thought I'll pull these shapes over. There's a few different shapes sitting on top here. Those are small. And we'll put them down and we'll see. Do I want my vase to be kind of a square vase, tall and square, or oblong like that and squarish, which I kind of like? Or do I want it white? Do I want it taller and skinnier? You can do this with paper, just cut shapes of paper to decide, you know, do you want your vase curvy, make a curvy shape. And this one's really tall and skinny. I kind of like that. And this one is black. Ooh, I really like the black on there. But I don't know if I want a black vase. Maybe I do. Do I want a black vase? Maybe with some white stripes on it? Or white dots like this? That's kind of cool. Can you see the dots? Or do I want a white vase with black? I think I want a black vase, y'all. I think that's what we're going to do. And this is our inspiration. Okay? So I want to use black gesso. And I don't know where that's at. So I got to go find it because I hardly ever use it. And I would use black paint, but I really want it to be matte, kind of. And my black paint might have a little sheen to it. So let me go find the black gesso and I'll be back. I found my black gesso, and it is the same brand. It's Liquitex black gesso, and it does the same thing that white gesso does or clear gesso does. It's a prep for your page, or you can use it as paint. I use the white gesso over there as white color paint sometimes, and I just like this for a more matted color instead of a little shiny. So I'm not going to make a real neat vase. I just want a clumsy old vase, and I want it about this wide, but I want it taller. I think I want it about like that, and then down to here, I think. I don't know, we'll see what happens. This would be interesting because I'm not going to measure or draw. Maybe I should draw. Should I draw it out just real quick? This is my Peel and Sketch charcoal pencil that I plan on playing on here with, and it is a hard charcoal. So let's pretend that my base is right here. I kind of want it about like that. So let's go down to about right here. And I'm loosely, very loosely, in fact, I'll use my left hand. That's how loose I want to be. I don't want it to be perfect. And I'm just going to draw some lines down here to show where I want my base to go. And I want it to come to about right here. Okay. This is how much fun I want to have. I don't want to be perfect. I don't want to have straight lines. I don't care. Okay, now let's put the black gesso in. We have a guideline of where we're going to go with this. And we'll go ahead and just use the big brush and hope that it works fine and don't have to go to a little brush. I think it will. And I think I'm going to leave some of those lines showing instead of trying to cover them. want to leave a little bit at the top open in case we want to add, like, what was that? Water or something in the vase, which I don't think we will, but you never know. Okay. Oops. See, I went outside the line real bad there. That's okay. That is okay. Just didn't want a real straight line. All right. Well, I don't know. We'll see how we like it in a minute. I want to dry this, and while it's drying, well, after it dries, we'll play with this charcoal pencil a little bit. Okay, I've changed my mind about this space here. I just don't want it. I don't care if there's water looking out the vase or anything, so I'm just going to take my finger, and I want to use my other finger though, and I'm going to fill in that area with a little bit of black, and I'm just going to leave it that all uneven up there. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so then I want to take my charcoal pencil, and on this page over here I just scribbled. I was making all kinds of scribbles, and I wasn't paying attention at first. I wasn't going to make flowers. I was just going to doodle on it, and then I realized I was drawing lines and everything, and they turned into flowers. So because we actually are making flowers here, I definitely want my stems and maybe a funky looking leaf and just some other scribble lines. So let's start off with first just going to trace around our flowers here, and then add our stems and our leaves and things like that. And I'm going to hold my pencil very loosely. I may switch over to my non-dominant hand, I don't know, but right now I'm just going to start off with going around my flowers here. I'm just going around the paint line. And let's get our stems in here. Go around the vase a little bit again. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. And now I'm going to decide on how I want to finish off my flowers and my stems and things. And I think what I want to do, I'm going to bring in a little bit of green, just a little bit, not a lot. And I'm going to find the green and I'll be right back. Okay, the green I want to use is Deco Art, and it is citrus green, a very bright green. I think will be pretty on here. And let's put some on the mat because I don't want to dip my black brush into the cap. Okay, I just put a little bit out on the mat. I don't know if you can see, just a little dot. And I'm just going to take a round brush. I don't know what size this is. I don't think it really matters. Just any kind of brush that you can work, size 4 actually. And I'm going to kind of add into my flower a little bit, and I'm also going to do my stems and my leaves with this. And again, a very loose held brush. I don't want perfection, and I don't want worry about, oh, that's out of line, that's not working right, whatever. I just want to play and have fun. And that's the best way, I think. Just not worry. You can always cover this up. And when your brush gets too black, because this charcoal will come off on your paint, when your brush gets too black, just wipe it off on your, whatever you're using to wipe off your paint. I have a rag here, and add some more. Add some more paint down that's fresh. And just keep going over here. I'm tracing over my scribble lines. That's my leaf. I know, I love leaves like that. I just started doing that the other day and I thought, I like that. That's what I'm gonna start doing when I want to do a funky leaf. So and going around this a little bit more, this flower. And I'm probably going to do some more to the flower because I'm really not sure I like the green around it, but for now, it's fine. And once this dries, I'm probably going to go over it with green a little bit more just to brighten it up some more. But in the meantime, I'm going to take some of my sea breeze and I'm going to go back into the flower around that green just to take some of it out because I don't really want it all in there. And it kind of mixes into the flower a little bit because I'm mixing the two colors on part of the flower, not the whole flower. Like over here, it's going to mix together. In fact, I'll pick up some there. And I want my scratchy marks in there if I can keep them. I could turn my brush over and I could make my scratches with my end of my brush. But the paint's kind of dry already, so I don't think I'm done with these flowers. I think they're going to need something else. Okay, so let me dry my flowers and everything, and then we'll come back and do some more because we're not done. I wanted to work on my vase a minute while my flowers were drying, finished drying, and I was trying to decide, this is our inspiration, these lines with the little dots, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to actually do that on my vase or if I wanted to do some of these flowers. There's some of these stickers here, or I could add the stickers in. Let's see. If I put the stickers on, I can't paint over them after they're on because they're slick. I was gonna say slimy, but they're slick. And I don't think you can see through that anyway. No, because they're black. But I do like the design, so I could take my white pen and do kind of squiggly marks, but actually that's kind of busy. So what I think I want to do is the straight line there with the dots. And it won't be a straight line. I'm telling you that now, because I'm not going to make them straight. I'm just going to make lines and whatever happens, happens. But I thought I'd start up here, and hopefully this pen will work. Yeah. And we'll just start right there. Make our lines right there. And the pen might not work well on this. It's kind of, I think it's getting low. Or maybe I'm going too fast. I don't know. But we'll make our lines, and I'll put some dots in. If I can get the pen to work. Okay, I'm going to forego that pen. Although it works, I can get it to work. It's not dark enough anyway, so I'd be going over it. So I'm just going to use my Posca pen. And this is the white one. And hopefully it works. I haven't used it in a while. And we're just going to go over this line that we already did. It might be too see-through. I may need my Sharpie pen. I don't know. We'll start off with that and see what happens. And let's put our dots in and just see if we like it. I think I like it. Let me show you guys. I like it. So I'm going to go ahead. I need to turn the book so I can. Okay. And let's go down about this far and do another one. Again, the lines aren't real straight. That's the beauty and the fun of not having to worry about being perfect. It's still going to be cute. go in between and add something in here. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. We're kind of hopping around. We're not even done with the flowers yet, or the leaves and the stems. Okay. Do I want something a little faint up here? Okay. I like that. Okay, for now, let's let that sit for a second and I will be right back. Okay, I'm not loving the green around the flower just because I don't know why. I just don't want it there as much as it's there. So I'm just going to take my Sea Breeze and go back over the flower again a little bit and try to get rid of some more of that green, which I did a minute ago, but I didn't get rid of a lot. And I'll bring the paint into the flower so that it kind of blends, hopefully. And then I'm probably going to take my charcoal pencil and go back over where I painted, just to bring the charcoal look back in, because I like that. And then I might take clear gesso and seal it, or matte medium or something like that. Don't know yet. My brain's hopping around all over the place right now. It's been doing that for a few days. So we're lucky if we even get this done. Okay, I like this better. Okay, I'm going to dry this and then I'll bring my pencil back in. Okay, we got our pencil back. Again, I'm holding it far back. I'm not holding it like this, like you would write, kind of far back, just so that I can't be neat. And I'm just going to go around the flower, which is not really all that dry, because you know me. If you've been with me a while, you know that I didn't let it dry completely. And I'm just going to go around the flower and make the marks again. I'm liking this better. Okay. Just a little bit down here at the bottom. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take some matte medium, and this is Liquitex matte medium. It is called, it says F on here for fluid medium, and it is used for sealing your work, gluing and adhering things down, and it has a matte finish, so it's not glossy. And what I'm going to use it for right now is to take my pencil lines that I put on here and seal them in and maybe highlight them a little bit with a little bit of smearing. Just a little bit there. And I really don't know if I want this here. I really should spray this because I want these marks left like that. I don't want the marks here smeared, so I'm going to spray that. I think I'll go around the vase a little bit though and let those get kind of smeary, kind of shadowy, even though it's not really shadowy because I don't really need shadows. I'm not really worried about that. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm going to do the flowers a little bit. Mostly just down at the bottom and a little bit on the edge, to highlight where the stem kind of goes up into the flower. Okay. All right, I think that's enough of that. I need to make a decision about what I want to do next, and then I'll be back. Okay, I want to take my stems and my leaves and I'm going to outline them like I did on the other journal page. I outlined them several times with different colors. First I started with the colors I used on the journal page, and then I came and brought my tulip matte dimensional fabric paint in, and that's what I want to use now on here. I've got my charcoal pencil and my green paint. I'm really tempted to bring in some more green. You know, I really am tempted to bring in more green, so hold on, let me think about that. Okay, I decided what I want to do is take the green I've already put on there, use the same green, and just go over it a little bit more, just so there's a little more green there, because when I put this on, I want to see the green around it. And this is kind of light. Even though it would probably work, I still want to put more. So I'm just going to put my stems in first. And then I'm going to do my little squiggly thing with my leaves. And then I need to dry this. I like that. Okay, I'm going to dry this and I will be back. Also, before I dry, I wanted to tell you, while I have green on my brush, I'm just going to put some dots down here, like right down at the bottom of the page. Just to use up the paint, really. Okay. Okay, it's dry. Dry-ish, dry enough. So now this is the Tulip Matte Dimensional Fabric Paint that I'm going to use. In case you want to know what it is. It's called Snowcap White. And it's got a real fine little tip on the end. And I'm just going to trace my lines like I did with the paint using this. And I think I'm going to add a little bit to my flower because these are kind of funky flowers. I'm going to add a little bit to my flower at the top. And I'm not sure. I may even go over this down here. I don't know. Haven't decided that yet. So let's just do this first and see what we get. If I can get it started without any problems. And I'm not going to hold it real tight and tense. I'm just going to let it do what it's going to do. Everything and everybody else does, so might as well let the paint, right? Oh, I've already goofed that up, but I'll just spread it out. Okay. And we'll just trace along. Coming out kind of globby. I think once it dries, it'll be okay. And I'm just going to add 3 little dots up at the top here and some lines to my flowers, just because I want to, not because it's some special kind of flower, just because I want to. Okay. And I think I'm going to go over this, but I'm going to do it again with my pen first and see, where'd my cap go? And see if I like it. I really want to use my poster paint pen, but it's getting kind of juicy because it's getting to the end and it globs, but I might have another one I can use, so I don't know. We'll try this one first. If I make a mess, I make a mess. And we'll let that dry while we're working. It's not coming out real strong like I want it to. But once I seal this page, I think it'll be enough. Okay. All right, let me dry this. I'll be right back. While I was drying, I picked up my China marker, which is a Sharpie. This one's a Sharpie product, but it's a peel-off China marker, and it's just white. And I was just kind of going around the edge of my vase while I was drying, and the heat was heating this up and melting it a little bit so I could spread it with my finger. So I'm kind of doing that a little bit. I don't know why, I just felt like it. Okay, so now I'm going to dry the rest without you having to listen to the noise. I'm sitting here looking at this and I can't help myself, but I'm going to take my Sharpie paint pen, poster paint pen, and I'm going to write in the black here because I just want to. It may ruin it, but that's okay. I just want to. I really, really want to. So hopefully it'll write the way I want it to. I'm going to hold it awkwardly because I want it to be, again, scribbly and not able to be read and, you know, all that stuff. So let's see what happens. Okay, I love it. I really love it. So I'm glad I did that. Let me show you up close. I really like that. And I'm going to be spraying this, but I want to put something up here. And I was looking through my drawer. I've got these. I'm trying to use my stuff. This is not a junk your stuff video, even though I am junking some of my stuff. And I'm using the word junk very loosely. So for those of you who think I think that everything I have is junk, that's not the case. And anyway, I've got these stickers that are letters and some numbers, and I thought I might put those up there. I don't know. I'm not sure how I will feel about it. Just random. I want to make sure they stay. So I'm going to be sealing this page, so I'm not going to worry about them coming off right now. I'm just going to put them on. I'm just going to use random letters, and I'm just going to stick them down in random ways. See if I like it. I can always peel them up. small one now. I like that. I like it, so we're gonna go with it. We're just gonna do it. And let's use a small something. Put it right here. Oh, well, that's okay. And we'll use this one. And gotta have an L in there. And gotta have a T. And if you're watching, you know who this is for. Hope you're happy. I don't know if you're watching. And let's put in an X. Come on, come on, come on. Oop. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm very, very happy with it. This is still drying, so it's kind of glumpy looking, and it's really not what I wanted, but I still like it okay. So I'm not complaining about it. So the other thing that I want to do is I want to bring in some other color to just, I don't know what color, something. So I want to look for a color that I like, and I'll be right back. I think more black. I don't think we're going to bring a color in. I think more black. And I'm just going to use the gesso, the black gesso, and put it out on my mat so I can dab my finger in it. And I would put my finger in it, and I'm just going to make some dots here down the page. Let's see. Where do I want them? Maybe down here, like 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good enough, I think. Put these up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we could do one more somewhere. Do it right there. Okay. I like that, but I'm going to tone it down with some white. Or, yeah, I think with white. Okay, that's just white gesso that I'm going to put on top. Like that. Okay, that's done. I'm going to take this outside and I'm going to spray it and I'm going to let it dry, and then I will come back and share with you guys if I'm done or if I add more and everything before I seal it, okay? Okay, what I did outside was I sprayed this page with Low Odor Clear Finish by Krylon. It is not low odor, it stinks in my opinion. So it still does what I want it to do, but it doesn't smell that great. The purpose of it is to allow you to work on your page without ruining what you've already done. And for example, I put these charcoal marks, and if I had sealed on top of that by brushing with my matte medium, which is what I want to do, this would have smeared. But the spray allows me to do something over it, and it won't smear. Okay, and I'm pretty much done with this. I think I want to do one more thing, and that's the little white lines and dots above the flowers are very, I don't know, they're kind of a waste of time being there really because you can't tell. So I'm just going to take a black, and this is a Tulip Slick dimensional fabric paint in black. And what I want to do with it is I'm just going to put a little dot of black inside the white circle on top of it. And this is still drying, so it's kind of, I'm going to get it to come out, still wet, so I'm going to be very careful. I just want a little bit to draw your attention there so that you can see that they're there. Not putting much. Okay. don't know if I'm running on the line or not. I think I'll leave the lines alone. All right. I think we're going to call this done, and it's just a play page. It's in your journal. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be fantastic. It doesn't have to be anything. It's just play. And I love how it turned out just because I was able to play, relax a little bit, not stress for a little while, and enjoy. And the same with this page. That's what I did with this one. This one I called Waiting for Fall because I think I had the fall mood because I was riding my bike and it was kind of fallish that morning. And so then this page came about. This is about a week ago. And then this one today. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have fun. Play in your journals. Have a good time. Don't stress. You know, there's enough going on in the world that you have to deal with. Enjoy your art. Enjoy what you're doing. And don't let anybody else make you feel bad by anything they say. It's just their problem, you know? All right, y'all have a great day, and I will see you later.